Chris Popper here in Bangor, and I'm joined for our weekly UMaine soccer coaches show, not by Scott Atherley, as you can see, but by Liis Abbott, who is the associate head coach. And Liis, tell us a little bit about your background. You you have a unique perspective because you played for Scott and are now a coach. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, so I actually came from Europe, Estonia, 2012, and played for the team for 3 years. And then after I was done 2015, I was lucky enough to get a assistant coaching job for the team at 216. So been here since and coaching. So yeah, it's been great.
So you must like Maine. I mean, it's better than how are the winters in Maine compared to Estonia?
So I'm going to say it's one of the things I think I love about this is Maine is very similar to Estonia because we're almost on the same line. So it's pretty much the same, but I love people here. I love the mountains in the area here. So I definitely love the community that's around University of Maine. So I've been loving the work and everything about it.
Excellent. All right, so it was a tough weekend for
Mm-hmm.
the Black Bears. A 0-0 tie on Thursday against Merrimack, and
Mm-hmm.
I was up there for part of that game, and it looked like you carried the play. And then Sunday, a 3-0 loss at Rutgers. Talk a little bit, if you would, about the games.
Yeah, so I think Merrimack game was a great game in a way where they are a very tough team. They create a lot of transitions and they love playing a game with a lot of transitions. So it was a good learning from it for us how to handle that. I think we had moments where we were playing really well and we just couldn't get the last piece, which is it's good to go through all these things at this time of the season so you learn how to handle that. You learn how to get out of all these situations in a positive way. I think on Sunday, we could not have started the game better. We just did the video and we were looking at it in the first 5 minutes of the game. Rutgers couldn't cross the halfway line. But it's the same thing. You play against a team who's such a high level and they bring out all the things about your team, good things, things that we have to work on. So that was a really good game in a way where we definitely learned a lot about the team. We learned what we have to work on. We learned what we have to do better at. So I think this is the most valuable week that we've had so far this season.
I guess you kind of learn through adversity as to
Yes.
what you're going to need to work on. So without spilling it to everybody else in America East, what do you need to work on? And what have
So
you worked on this week?
I think this week we really focused on, first of all, getting back the good communication that we have on the field. Because what Rutgers did really well is you make those small mistakes, they're going to use those mistakes right away. But I think we can limit those things by getting back into a very, very consistent and good communication. We also haven't played against a team that attacks so quickly and so well yet. So it was a very good day for our back line actually having to work through some of the things that we haven't seen this year yet. So when we went back this week into practices, we definitely worked on still getting those last pieces and getting those shots on goal and those opportunities on goal. But also, okay, let's start communicating again. Let's make sure that we get all those small things that lead into those great things that happen on the field. Let's get back into those things and really focus on those things.
Was Rutgers a physical team? I mean, I know I saw the video of them
Mhm.
engaging in a fight and them having a player sent off. I mean, leading up to the UMaine game, but I unfortunately I was looking for it on ESPN Plus to watch it,
Mhm.
and it wasn't. It was on uh, some other channel, but
Yeah. I would say I'd say their team is very athletic. I think they don't unnecessarily bring the physical game. What they did really well against us was they actually got their ball movement going really well. And I think they were a team that they can be athletic and physical if they need to. But they also want to play with the ball. And they had a couple moments where they really quickly got through our press which was a great thing because pressing is one of the main things for our team. If we do it really well, we are very, very successful. But this was a team where if you were a yard off, they will get through your press. So it was a very good test, a true test for our team, because the teams we want to play and the places we want to go this season, that's the level of play we have to go against.
I mean, if you watch high levels of soccer, it's not a lot of carrying the ball and dribbling. It is those quick, crisp, tic-tac passes.
Yes, correct. And Rutgers was able to do that. And hats off to them. They really did find those, even if it was a little gap that we gave them, they found that gap. So it was definitely a very valuable lesson for the girls because we haven't had that level yet that we played against. But at the same time, it was good to see from the video afterwards how when we had those moments where we were playing really well against them, how good we can be. And I think that's the thing, positive thing that we're taking out of that is we had a lot of moments where we were able to play against them. And we had our own, like, you know, like the momentum changed from us to them to us to them. And that's a really important thing for the girls to see, because if they know they can play against a team like Rutgers, that builds confidence as well. And I know that 3-0 might seem like a little bit taunting result, but I think what our team took out of it, it was a very, very good game.
Oh, I mean, it's right. That's the important thing, is to find that silver lining in those cloudy skies. What do you know about Stonehill? I mean, a Division I program, and they're traveling up from Connecticut on Sunday.
Yeah, so we actually played them last year, but they're going to be a totally different team this year. I think they have taken a step forward in their own development, and they're going to be much better organized. We've watched some games because like they actually beat Quinnipiac, who's a very high level team. So we know that we have to play our best soccer against them on Sunday. But that's also exciting because we want to play against teams who make us bring our best on the day. And I think if you look at last year's score, that's very deceiving. They are a much better team this year than they were last year. And that's why they're on our schedule. And we're very happy that that game is coming up.
You want to play those high level teams, especially before the America East schedule. I mean, get the rust out. I mean, you've got your one of your freshman goalies playing for Australia right now.
Yes.
So that's how is she doing?
She's great. Like it's been such a great experience for her. I know the games maybe haven't gone as they hope they will go, but anytime when you're with the national team, which means the best players from your own country, just the pride in it, but also the high level environment that you're in and you're practicing in and all that, I think it's only benefiting her having an experience like that, because it's stressful as well, because you are with the best players and you want to be the one who plays, you want to compete for that spot. So I think that only makes her better.
Excellent. Tell us the keys to victory for UMaine. You've only got one game this weekend, which is kind of nice. It gets back into that one game a week type schedule. How do you beat Stonehill this weekend?
I think first thing, being ourselves. I think if we press like we press and then we keep the ball and play with it and we're patient with the ball, I think those two things, like let's get back into being really good on our pressing side, doing all the little things, but also play with the ball, keep it. If they don't have a ball, they don't have a chance to beat us. And that's what we do really well. And that comes with patience. Like we got to be patient in how we do those things. And yeah, just get into that little rhythm that we had before this weekend. And I think that's it. Honestly, we just have to be ourselves.
What about there must be, I guess, maybe a tendency to press right now, because I mean, what you've scored 2 goals in 5 games. I mean, is there that? Are the ladies feeling that urgency to shoot and to score, or I mean, and how do you just relax? It'll come.
And that's where we've talked a lot about the fact that we have to do it as a team. it doesn't have to be one person who's now like, you know, gets the ball and now makes something happen on their own. If we play as a team and we're patient, those goals are going to come. And I think they've seen that this weekend, at this week in practices. And I think those practices have helped a lot in a way, like, okay, let's do it together. Let's get into good positions and let's finish from those good positions, because we're a team who can play close to other people's box and we're comfortable doing that. But sometimes we just get so excited on, I need to score, I need to do this. So I think this week has kind of reset in a way where, okay, we're going to go back to being us. We're going to go back to doing it together. No one person has to make it happen. We're going to make it happen as a team.
That's awesome. All right, Coach. Best of luck. Sunday afternoon at 12 noon, the UMaine Black Bears will host Stonehill. You'd love to have I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Hopefully it'll be good, but you'd love to have a nice crowd on those sidelines. I mean, opening night was great to see all the fans there.
Yeah, we were so appreciative because it is like, it's summer still. It was first game of the season, and seeing all those people supporting us, it's always really, really nice to see that. And we love the community. The community has supported us in the last year so much. So we're very happy with that.
All right, so football Sunday, but this is European football, right? You can watch the NFL later. Come on out at noon kickoff. So come out and support the Black Bears.
Thank you so much, Chris.
All right, Coach. Thank you.